today I was thinking maybe we would work on forward bends a little bit more than usual. And also we'll use the blocks a little bit more. So if you have a block handy, or if you have a block, have it handy, and also a strap if you have one. It's not essential, but it would be useful. And we're actually going to start off lying on a block. If you don't have a block, you can just lie down as if you were in Shavasana. But if you have a block, I'm going to take it low height, like this, and just put it under my sacrum. And this should be very comfortable. And then I'm just going to extend the legs. And bring the arms either side. So it's, as I say, it's just like Shavasana, but you're on the block and you're getting a little bit more of a stretch on the front of the hips and the legs, a little bit more opening on the chest. So the block is not under the lower back, it's under the sacrum. So you don't want it digging into the back. Arms either side of your palms up, and we're just going to close the eyes, just relax here for a little bit. As I say, if you don't have the block, no worries, you can just lie in Shavasana. Start taking deeper breaths, inhaling and exhaling through the nose. If you guys don't have a block, I highly recommend getting a block. Get the thicker block, not the skinny ones. Straps are very useful, so I think those would be a good investment. So what we're going to do here, we're going to transition into supported bridge. So I'm walking my feet in, and I'm going to flip the block so it's half height, and again the block is under the sacrum. And you can just do a regular bridge if you don't have a block, arms either side of you. And then I'm going to take the block the skinny way between the legs, and I'm going to squeeze the block. If you don't have a block, just imagine you interlace the fingers, walk the shoulders in, push the arms, hands into the ground, push the head into the ground, lifting the hips up, breathe. And then we slowly come down. We put the block to one side, pull the knees in, and we're going to rock ourselves up. And come onto our hands and knees. Cat-cow, inhale, belly down, head up. Exhale as you round the back and tuck the chin. Inhaling into cow, exhaling into cat. Just repeat a few times. And then we're going to add the leg. To come into neutral, bring the right leg up. Inhale, looking up. Exhale, bringing that knee in. Inhale, extend, looking up. Exhale, knee in as you tuck the chin. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Trying to pull that knee in a little bit closer each time. The back should be happy with this one. If your back's in good condition, there should be no discomfort there. This is going to strengthen the glutes. It's going to strengthen the back. Switch. Inhale the leg up, looking up. Exhale, knee in. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And just repeat a few more times. we come into child's pose. Toes touching, knees apart. Just relax here. And then we're slowly coming back up. So what we're going to do next, we're going to do a few variations of puppy dog. If you have a block, that would be nice. So the first variation, they're all very similar. If you don't have a block, no worries, you can just do puppy dog. But the first variation is the arms are extended, but you're just going to rest the forehead on the block like this. And you're pushing the hands into the ground, pulling the armpits towards the ground. Forehead is supported. Another variation I found is the elbows are on the block. You can try it with the elbows on the ground if you don't have a block. And you're coming down, so my elbows are right at the edge of the block, and I'm bringing my head between the arms, and you get a good arm stretch and back stretch on this one. And we hold that 3 or 4 breaths, and then finally another variation is we slide the block forward with the hands on the block like this, and you're pushing into the block, pulling the armpits towards the ground. And then we come back up. Just a little bit of variation. So block to one side. We'll maybe get hold of the block a little bit later on. Actually, one more thing. If you have a block, Dolphin, the block is between the hands like that. And this is, this is easy to do without the block if you need to. Tuck the toes, hips come up and back. Your elbows no wider than shoulders. You're pushing into the ground. You're trying to keep the head off the ground. Head is relaxed. You're looking between the legs. And you're trying to push away. So you're trying to straighten that line out, elbows through the shoulders to the hips. Knees bent. I usually get the knees bent to get the back nice and neutral. Another nice shoulder opener. And we come down, sit on the heels, put the block to one side, bring the hands behind you, fingers in line with the toes, chin tucked, open the chest, head back carefully, breathe, maybe bring the hips up, take 3 or 4 breaths here. We bring the sit bones down, we slide the hands forward, we tuck the toes, we come into downward facing dog. We bring the feet a little bit closer to each other, so toes a couple of inches apart. We walk the dog. Take your time, stretching out the calf muscles. Hold one leg straight, one knee bent. Go a little deeper into the pose. Keep pulling those armpits down. Keep pushing the index finger into the ground. Switch legs. Other knee bent, other leg straight. We look forward. We walk forward between the hands. Inhaling halfway up. Exhale as you fold forward and down. Bend the knees. Inhale, we come up. Exhale into mountain. So let's do a few sun salutations. We'll start off with our half salute, 3 or 4 of those, and then maybe do some lunges. Inhale as you sweep the arms up. Exhale as you fold forward and down. Inhale halfway up. Exhale folding forward again. Inhale, we come all the way up. Exhale into mountain. So if you have any back issues, bend the knees as you fold forward. Inhale, arms up. Exhale as you fold forward and down. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, folding forward again. Inhale, breath core brings us up. Exhale into mountain. Inhale, sweeping the arms up. Reach up towards the ceiling. Exhale, folding forward and down. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale as we fold forward again. Inhale, all the way up. Exhale, mountain. One more. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, we fold forward again. Inhale, all the way up. This time, keep the fingers interlaced. Point the index finger towards the ceiling. Reach up, get length. Inhale, exhale over to one side. So we're going to go from side to side with the breath. Inhale as you come up. Exhale over. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Trying to go a little deeper each time you come over. And each time you come up, you're trying to get a little bit more length to get that separation between the vertebrae. Next time you're over to one side, hold it. Whole body is one plane. Try not to bring one shoulder more forward than the other shoulder, and you're looking up, slightly up towards the ceiling. Breathe. Inhale, we come back up. Exhale over to the other side. Inhale, up. Keep the arms either side of the ears. Backward bend. Now in the backward bend, you want to try and keep the arms either side of the face. You engage the glutes. You shift the hips forward slightly. As you're leaning backward, goes back as far as it's comfortable. Keep the back happy. You're breathing. We come back up and we hinge forward and we come all the way down. We separate the feet. So I've got about 6 inches between the feet. The feet are still parallel. I'm going to hold on to the big toes. Bend the knees, rest the belly on the legs. Head is totally relaxed. So I'm pulling into the ground. Head is relaxed. Contact between the belly and the legs. And then we see if we can straighten the legs a little bit. Keep the back happy again. We're going to get a nice stretch across the back of the legs. We bend the knees and we roll all the way up. Inhaling as the arms come up. Exhale as the arms come down. Come to the front of the mat. Inhale into chair. Exhale as you fold forward and down. Inhale halfway up. Exhale, we bring the fingertips to the ground. We take the right leg back, knee down. We're in a low lunge. We're going to hold the lunge a little bit. Just an easy lunge. And then we're going to add a little bit of movement. So I'm coming forward and then back. Forward and back. And we'll just repeat that a few times. A little bit more dynamic stretching here. And then we bring the arms up. This is a little bit more challenging. Try and keep your balance and bring the back knee off the ground. Trying to keep that front knee bent. So this is going to strengthen that front leg and it's going to stretch out the quads, the psoas of the back leg. You're breathing. We lower slowly we take that left foot over to the side, so the foot is pointing towards the side of the room, knee at 90, and then we just move from side to side. If it's a bit hard on the knee, you can fold the mat, get a little bit of cushioning. This is going to stretch out the adductor. And then we hold it over to one side. And then we straighten the leg, but the leg is still to the side. We turn the foot to the front. And we just bring the whole body forward. So you're on your hands this time, coming forward and back. We switch. Lunge on the other side. Easy lunge. Shoulders soft. We then go a little deeper. We bring the arms up. We tuck the toes of the back foot. We bring that back knee up. Did I do the movements on that one? I think we did. Can't remember. We'll do them again. We slowly lower the knee. Very slow. And then we just move forward and back. I think I missed this bit. And then we take the foot over to the side. The foot is pointing towards the side of the room, maybe folding the mat up, a bit more cushioning there. And we just go from side to side and back again, just stretching out the adductor. And then hold it a little bit. We turn the foot, straighten the leg, bring the hands forward, and bring the whole body forward and back. And then lunge on the other side again. Now this time we're going to go into lizard. So if you have a block, you can bring your forearms onto the block. If you want to go deeper, the forearms are on the ground, or you can just come onto the fingertips like this. Whatever feels good for you. This is how I like to do it. So if you've got the block, both forearms are inside the leg. If you don't have a block, you can bring the forearms either side of the leg. And you're getting a nice hip opener. So the same opening as you would get in Happy Baby pose. So in Happy Baby, we're on our backs pulling the legs down. This is a similar stretch on that hip. Come back up. Hands either side of that front foot. I'm going to walk that front foot forward a couple of inches. And on an exhale, I'm starting to straighten the leg. Inhale, lunge. Exhale, we straighten. Inhale. Exhale. We don't have to totally straighten the leg. Might be too much for you. It is quite a stretch on this one. As you straighten the leg, you're trying to flex that foot, dorsiflexion of that foot. So rather than pointing the foot, you're flexing it. And then we're going to switch over to the other side. Take your time. And we come into lizard with the block, or hands on the ground, or forearms on the ground, whatever. We hang out here a little bit. We come back up. We walk the foot forward an inch or two. Exhale, we start to straighten the leg. Inhale into the lunge. Just moving with the breath. Come back onto the hands and knees. Downward facing dog. Look forward, walk forward between the hands. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale into chair. Exhale, mountain. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, we bring the fingertips to the ground. Right leg back, knee down. Inhale as the arms come up. Exhale, we come into plank. We bring the knees down, chin, chest forward and down. Inhaling into cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Hold down dog. 3 or 4 breaths. Inhale the right leg up, extended down dog. Exhale, we sweep that foot through, back knee down. Inhale as the arms come up. Exhale, back foot joins the front foot. We inhale halfway up. Exhale, folding forward. We're back in chair, and then we come all the way up. Inhale into chair. Exhale as you fold forward and down. Inhale halfway up. Exhale, fingertips to the ground. Left leg back, knee down. Inhale as the arms come up. Exhale into plank. Knees down, chin chest forward and down. Inhaling into cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. 3 or 4 breaths. Inhale the left leg up. Exhale, we sweep that foot through, back knee down. Inhale as the arms come up. Exhale, back foot joins the front foot. We inhale halfway up. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale into chair. Exhale into mountain. Inhale, chair. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fingertips to the ground. Right leg back, knee high. High lunge if you want. Low lunge if you prefer. Back into plank. Chaturanga. Inhaling into up dog. Exhale, down dog. 2 or 3 breaths. Inhale the right leg up. Exhale, we sweep that foot through, back knee high. Inhale, high lunge, crescent. Exhale, back foot joins the front foot. We inhale halfway up. Exhale, folding forward, knees bent. Inhale, chair. Exhale, mountain. Other side. Inhale, chair. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fingertips to the ground. Left leg back, knee high. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale into plank. Chaturanga on knees, chin, chest to ground. Cobra or up dog. Exhaling down dog. 2 or 3 breaths. Inhale the left leg up. Exhale, we sweep that foot through. Back knee high. Inhale, high lunge. Exhale, back foot joins the front foot. We inhale halfway up. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale into chair. Exhale, mountain. Okay, getting nice and warm here. So let's do a little bit of a twist. So we come to the front of the mat, chair twist. Feet are parallel. We bring the right arm onto the outer of the left leg. Palms together. Push into that leg. Push the palms together. And then we focus on the feet. We keep that left foot grounded as we take the right leg back into a crescent twist. Bit of a tricky transition sometimes. We bring the hands down. We're back in plank. Chaturanga. Inhaling into up dog, looking up. Engage that core. Exhale, downward facing dog. we look forward, we walk forward between the hands. Inhale halfway up. Exhale, folding forward, knees stay bent. Back in chair, stay in chair. And add the twist. So I'm pushing my right hand into that right leg so I can get a little bit more leverage and get that left arm a little deeper. Pushing that left arm into the leg, palms together. We then ground that right foot, take the left leg back, crescent twist. If you need to bring the back knee down, you can. We breathe. We bring the hands down. We're in plank, chaturanga, inhaling into up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. We breathe here, 4 or 5 breaths. Child's pose if you want. And then, actually, let's all do child's pose. Just totally relax for a few breaths. And then we come back up, sitting on the heels. So I think I'm going to throw in a little bit of core work. I know normally we do core at the beginning. Sometimes I do it at the end of a class. But this time we're just going to add it to the middle of the class. Why not? So what we're going to do, we come onto our backs. And we'll do that little routine where we have the feet in, arms either side of you or palms on the ground. We're just bringing the knees in. You're keeping the back nice and low. So we're going to work our way to pistons. So we're warming up to pistons. I know some of you are not a piston favourite, but they're really good. See, they really work those lower abs. One leg straight, one knee bend. Keep the legs nice and low. And we switch. As we straighten the leg, we bend the opposite knee. This time the belly's engaged all the time. You're keeping the back nice and low. We're going to add the arms. So as one knee comes in, the opposite arm is over the head. So we're synchronizing the movement of the arms and the legs. Don't forget to breathe. You're keeping that back nice and low. Another 10 if you can. If you need to stop at any time, take a little breather, that's fine. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the feet to the ground, knees bent. Feet a little bit wider than hips. Windshield wipe. We're just taking the knees over from side to side. You want to come, again, move with the breath. Inhale as the knees up, exhale as they go down. Windshield wipers, but this time we bring the legs up to the ceiling. You're keeping 90 degrees between the legs and the torso. Arms at about 40 degrees, halfway. We take the legs over to one side, halfway down, back up, halfway down to the other side. The arms help. You're pushing the arms, the hands into the ground as you lower the legs, and to help you bring the legs back up. Go down far enough so it's a bit of a challenge, but not too far. Don't make it too difficult. This is going to strengthen the obliques. You're also adding a little twist as the legs go over. So you're working the back as well. You're opening the spine. Just take your time. If you need to stop, that's fine. And then we bring the legs back up. We push the lower back into the ground like crazy. And we lower the legs slowly, breathing. And we take a little breather. Just relax. Sometimes we stop there, but this time a little bit more challenging for you guys. Pistons, we bring the legs up again. This time the arms are in a little bit closer. Now in a piston, if you remember, we just come up, we don't go up too far. We're coming up and down. We're making the sound of a piston, a car piston. We're inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the mouth. We're making the movement of a piston. Whenever you're ready, inhale and go. Side to side. Take the hands a bit wider. This time we inhale as we come up, exhale over to the side and down, and then switch to the other side. Arms are helpful. You're pushing into the ground to help you lift the hips up. Keep going if you can. Back to center, feet down. So if you're not used to this, you might feel this for a day or two. This is going to really work the abs, lower abs in particular. Okay, a few more. Legs up. Inhale, regular pistons, go. Side to side. Regular. Pull the knees in, rock from side to side. Take a full body stretch. Stretch out those muscles. Legs extended, arms extended over the head. Okay, am I being mean to you guys today? Okay, much stretch as you can. Reach with those arms, reach with the legs. Then we walk the feet in. A few more bridges. Just coming up and down. Feet parallel. You've walked the feet in. On the inhale, you're pushing the lower back into the ground and you're bringing those hips up. And on the exhale, you're slowly coming down and you relax. Inhale, pushing into the ground, hips up. Exhale as you come down. This is going to work the glutes and the lower back. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale, exhale. You're coming down slowly. Inhale, exhale. And remember on the inhale, just before we come up, we're pushing the lower back into the ground, we're pushing the feet into the ground. We're engaging those glutes. We exhale down and we relax everything momentarily before we come back up again. Couple more. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. Totally relax. Little bit of a hip opener, figure 4. Outside of the left foot onto the right leg, we're pulling the legs in towards us, stretching out that left hip. Left foot is flexed, dorsiflexion, and then we're just going to start rocking a little bit from side to side. You get a good stretch on the outer part of the hip on this one. And we switch legs, bringing the outer of the right foot onto the left leg, holding onto the back of the left leg, right foot flexed, and we rock from side to side. Hold onto the back of both legs, lift the head up, and we rock ourselves up. It's okay. Okay, so I said we would do a few forward bends. So if you have a strap, get hold of the strap. I'm just going to turn my mat around again. So with forward bends, I don't do forward bends as often with you guys. Just be careful with the forward bends. If you've got tight hamstrings, they can be a challenge. When you forward bend, if there's a big gap between the belly and the legs, just be careful. The tendency is to round the back a little bit more, and you tend to put a bit too much pressure on the back. So just be careful with that. So what we're going to do first is we're going to extend that left leg. The right foot is inside the leg. And if you can't reach for the foot, the strap is useful. You can take a strap and you can put it around the ball of the foot like this. And the strap is rather nice because you can use the strength of the arms to try and bring those hips forward. So I'm bringing my hips forward before I fold forward. If you don't have a strap and you can't reach the foot, you can just bring your hands onto the shin and just do a gentle forward bend. Nice and gentle. If you can hold onto the foot, I like to rock a little bit sometimes. I come up, I pull those hips forward, and then I start coming back down. And again, if you've got the strap, you can do the same thing if you've got the strap. Come up, pull those hips forward, and then come back down. Try and keep contact between the belly and the leg before you come all the way down. If you can't get that contact, I'd rather you stay up higher to keep the back happy than come all the way down. This is not good. Having the back rounded, coming down like that, this is not good for the back. It's going to put too much pressure on the back. You're trying to get this kind of pose. I'd rather you be up like this than down like this. If you can get contact between the belly and the legs, then you can come all the way down. And if you can get all the way down, the next stage is to take hold of that left wrist with the right hand and bring the chest, the ribs, the forehead to that extended leg. We're all a little bit different. This is going to stretch out the back of that extended leg, gentle stretch in the back. Keyword is gentle. We switch, bringing the left foot into the inside of the right leg. Another thing you can do is you can pull out those chubby bits underneath the sit bones, give yourself a little bit more room, no offense to anybody. Toes, kneecap up towards the ceiling, a strap if you want one, or you just hold on to the foot or the toes or the shin. Inhale, we're bringing those hips forward, we're trying to get length, hips forward, and then we slowly come down. Inhale, coming up, hips forward. Exhale, we slowly come down. Maybe a little bit more rocking. You can come up again if you want. And if you can get contact between the belly and the leg, then you can come down. But keep that back. Any discomfort in the back, don't go as deep. For those super flexible people, if you can come all the way down, if you can get contact between the belly, the ribs, the leg, you can bring the forehead down, you can grab that right wrist maybe, and you can just hang out there for a breath or two. Be careful with forward bends. Both legs forward. Same thing really, except both legs are forward. I'm pulling out that extra cushioning. Maybe a strap around both feet. If you'd rather do a hamstring stretch, if it does bother you back, would be the stretch for you. You'd be on your back, the back is supported, and you could just do a hamstring stretch like this. So this is much safer for the back. You're getting a good hamstring stretch. But we're doing seated forward bends. Kneecap, toes towards the ceiling. Pull out those chubby bits. Inhale, coming up, pulling the hips forward. Exhale, we're folding forward. Now this time, you can hold on to the big toes, maybe. You can hold on to the outer of the feet. You can rock a little bit. We come up, we pull the hips forward, and then we come down, and just like the single-legged forward bends, you want the belly in contact and the chest in contact before you go deep. You can maybe interlace the fingers, get a little bit more leverage, and eventually coming all the way down. And we come back up. After forward bends, a bit of a back bend is nice. So we're going to straighten the legs. We're going to do a reverse plank. We open the chest, head goes back carefully, and as we bring the hips up, we're bringing the feet towards the ground. Head goes back carefully. Breathe. I'm trying to get the toes closer and closer to the ground. A lot of work on the arms. It's really going to strengthen the arms on this one. And then we come back down into a seated position. Okay. That's enough with forward bends for today. Baddha Konasana. Bring the feet in. Again, if your back is rounded, knees are up, sit on the block. You want to try and get the back neutral. So if you like this, a block helps. We're trying to be more like this with the back neutral. And you're holding onto those feet. So by holding onto the feet, you get a good grip. You can use the strength of the arms, just like the seated ones. You're bringing those hips forward. You're relaxing the shoulders. You're bringing the knees a little closer to the ground. This is also called butterfly pose, so we can flap the wings a little bit. And this is a nice hip opener. It opens the inside of the hips. And become still. Just rock side to side a little bit. As I do this, I'm getting a little bit closer to the feet. And then I'm trying to encourage the legs a little bit closer to the ground. If you want, you can fold forward on this one. And you could bring the forearms onto the inside of the calves to push the legs towards the ground as you come forward. It's an intense stretch, so be careful on this one. And then slowly come back up. Let's do a seated twist, but this time we're going to have the legs straight. So I'm going to straighten my left leg. And we're just going to do an easy twist. I'm pulling my right foot in. I'm going to hug that knee. Keep that shoulder nice and relaxed, not hunched up. Other hand behind you, coming into that twist. And hold this for about 5 breaths. We inhale as we unwind, and we switch legs. If you'd rather have the arm outside, to go a bit deeper, that's up to you. If you'd rather have that foot pulled in, that's fine. But with the legs straight, it keeps the pressure off the knee. Inhale, getting tall. Exhale into that twist. Inhale as we unwind. Extend the arms to the side. Shoulders soft. Bring the right arm under the left arm. Eagle arms. Back of the hands parallel or the palms. See if you can touch the nose with the thumb. And then bring the arms up to the ceiling. Release. Move those shoulders a little bit. Extend the arms to the side. Bring the left arm under the right arm. Hands parallel, back of the hands or the palms. Touch the nose if you can. Bring the arms up if you want. Breathe. Getting tall. Doing that nice stretch across the shoulders, the upper back, between the shoulder blades. And then release. Move those shoulders again. Interlace the fingers behind you. Pull the shoulder blades down, pull the shoulder blades in. Start hinging forward. Go as far as you can and then tuck the chin and lift the arms up. Maybe this is a good one for a block again. So you can rest the forehead on the block. Maybe have it full height. And then we come back up, releasing the arms. Bring the back of the hands together and just rotate, keeping contact between the wrists if you can, just circling in one direction. And then in the other direction. Interlace the fingers. Position the hands so you're stretching the inside of one wrist, the outside of the other wrist, and then we just switch. Clasp the thumb, rest the inside of the wrist on the knees, and just turn the knuckles towards the ground and then up towards the ceiling, and repeat. Knuckles down, knuckles up. The wrist should like this one. Finally, we stretch the hands out, lots of space between the fingers. You're spreading the hands nice and wide, and then we clench. We stretch out, and we clench. I like this one. I do this a lot. It sort of feels like the hands, the fingers are becoming alive. It's almost like there's a surge of electrical energy through the hands and the arms. And then we just shake the hands out, and we're going to come back onto the mats. So I'm just going to turn my mat again. We'll pull the knees in, we'll take hold of the back of the legs, we'll lift the head up, and we'll rock into boat, keeping hold of the back of the legs to begin with. Then the arms either side of the legs. More challenge is we bring the legs up, and we hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We slowly lower the legs. We bring the hands behind the head, we push the lower back into the ground like crazy, abs of steel, for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We lower slowly. We take a full body stretch. A little bit of a side stretch, coming into that banana shape. And then stretch out the other side. And then we recenter. And we come into Shavasana. And if you want the block underneath the sacrum again, you can do that. Or you just totally relax on the ground. Palms face up. Eyes closed. Just let yourself get heavy. Just let yourself sink into the ground. Breathing normal. Regular breathing. Maybe moisten the lips. So start taking deeper breaths. Inhaling and exhaling through the nose. As you inhale, you're feeling that chest expand. Exhale. You're making the exhale just as long as the inhale. Walk the feet in and roll over to one side, keeping the eyes closed. And we slowly push ourselves up. 2, 3 more breaths. Inhale, sweeping the arms up. Exhale, bringing the hands, the arms down. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Keep the palms together. Namaste.